Hi. Hi. Aha, lots of people in here. Can you hear me? Okay, great. Let's see if
Really funny.
Anna is in here.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm going to promote you to co-host. And okay. And did you see if Yaz is in here?
I thought I saw her name, so
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, Yaz, I'm going to promote you to co-host. And what I want, it's not going to be a very fancy session today, but we'll have some questions afterwards, and you guys can help me with students that raise their hand. Apparently, when you raise your hand, it changes the little circular icon on the left of the participants list. Do you see that in the Manage Participants feature? Do you guys see the participants feature? It might be down at your bottom where it says Manage Participants. Okay. Well, let's get started anyhow. Welcome everybody. And I'm going to go to the Keynote file, and we'll start with that. And then we'll do a little bit of looking around inside of web courses. Okay, so do you see my picture of Area 51? Okay, thanks, Antonio. So here's what our session is going to be like today. I've made an update to the Emergency YouTube Diversion page, and we're going to look through that, take questions. I've also updated the syllabus page. Well, web courses did it automatically. And we now have homework, as you'll see, and all of it is due on April 6th, 11:59 p.m. That's the night before the midterm exam 3. And then if you start on some of that homework, then on Thursday we can go over stuff. And what I would suggest is post a thread or create a new thread in discussions that has your question about which homework assignment. So in the title, identify like homework 12. How do you do the temperature in number 4 or something like that? Okay, and that way other students will know. If they're stumped on the same thing, they'll be able to look at your thread very carefully. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Let's take a look now at Google Chrome. And let me try the tabs menu here. Okay, so here's do you see the emergency, emergency YouTube diversion page? Okay. Okay, good. So everybody could see that. Good, good, good. Now, a couple things. I've added another column over here on the right, and that was our last session last Thursday. And I'll be putting tonight's session right underneath it and more of them as we go through the rest of the semester. So that'll be good. And those will be in YouTube. The Zoom feature is just too slow to publish it here or publish it in the YouTube cloud. I had one the other day that took almost 72 hours, and one of my faculty mates, he has a big section too. It took almost 4 days, 96 hours. So that's not any good. Okay. And Sizery, yes. The sessions are mandatory in that I'm going to be taking attendance, and that's going to be part of your. I don't think we're going to be doing much clicking or much polling and stuff. I still haven't figured that out. But for now, your participation is going to be attendance, and it keeps track of how long you're in the session and which session you're in and stuff like that. So where are you supposed to be? You're supposed to be up at about lecture 21. This would have been our 21st lecture day over in the psychology building. So, but it's pretty flexible. Just get started on it. And the new thing that I've added to it is the homework assignments over here in the third column. So homework 11, homework 12, and homework 13. So listen to lecture 19, then try homework 11. Listen to lecture 20, and then try homework 12. Listen to lecture 21, then try homework 13, and all the way down. All right, and then lecture 24, that'll be a little introduction to electromagnetism, and that's in this YouTube here. Now remember, the YouTube link to our playlist will have the remote sessions, but the spring 2019 playlist is up here in this link. Okay, and just so you see, okay, click that. And here are all the lectures. Now we're going to be starting down here at lecture 19, and we're working our way up to lecture 28. Can you see the YouTube spring 2019 list? Okay, Shauna, your question, how are you going to take attendance? Zoom records that, right? Zoom records and keeps a list of all the people that participate. Does that automatically. So it works pretty good. And it does some polling. I did a little bit of polling this morning. I wasn't really with my other class. I wasn't really satisfied with it, but it does work. So we may do a little bit of that, but for right now, let's just make sure that you're in attendance. Okay, and we're in kind of a special situation, with the emergency and the remote teaching. So we're just going to try to do the best we can. Jackie, no, you just be in attendance, and I'll be able to see if somebody ducks in for a minute and ducks out, and so stay. And it's only a 30-minute session, so it should work good. Now, let me get back to, let me choose the tab. Okay. So, okay, here's the YouTube diversion page. And we're going to do the same thing. Now, I'll have homework down here at the bottom of the list after exam 3. Okay. So we've got a couple weeks to work on that. So just do it nice and leisurely, but don't slack. Do not leave things for the end of the semester, or don't leave everything to April 6th, which is the night before exam 3. If you do that, you're going to be toast. But otherwise, yeah. Now let's take a look at the syllabus page. So let me take a look at syllabus. Okay, do you guys see the course syllabus now? Go ahead and verify. Okay. Yeah, the iClicker. I don't know about the iClicker, the bookstore and stuff. Okay, so we're on the course syllabus now. This one is, it's just the same. It's the automatic course syllabus page. In my online section, I have all of the syllabus is built in right up in the top section, because I can edit it and, put in pictures and tables and things like that. But you guys already have your syllabus, and it's still available as a PDF. So, and not much is going to change because we're still going to be on the same exam schedule. The only difference is that the exams are online. Now let's take a look at the new stuff in here. As soon as I activate an assignment, it will show up on this list. Same with the exams. Now the exams were on there last time, and they're still on there. These ones down here don't really have a date, so don't worry about these. It's all chronological. If it doesn't have a chronological date, like a what do you call it? A deadline, a due date, then it just goes to the bottom of the page and it's alphabetic. So don't worry about that stuff down there. It's already on the books, most of it. But we have our 2 exams, exam 3 and a final. And then we have homework 11. And these will come open, these will activate right after our session. I have them set to activate at 2 p.m. So homework 11, 2 p.m., homework 12, 2:01 p.m., homework 13, 2:02 p.m., and on down. So it'll work good. So you can attack all of them tonight and get in an attempt, and then look at the YouTubes if you want. So there's any number of ways of doing that. But definitely, as always, use the homework as a study tool. I'm going to pause for a second. I want to look at the chat screen. Here's something about the bookstore. Good. Is there still going to be a review homework before exam 3? Kind of. The electromagnetism number 16 is kind of a review. It's actually, so is number 15. So yeah, and the other thing that's going to happen is right after the last session, which I forget what date that is, but that's right at the end of the semester. We'll have a special mega review bonus assignment, and it'll be like 30 questions, just from all the different homeworks and clicker questions and so forth that we've had during the semester, and maybe a few new ones, and including a few brain burners. And I'll give you 7 or 8 attempts, so you really use it as a tool. And I'll convert your total score into maybe 4 or 5 bonus points, right? And so that'll be like the early iClicker bonus points. They're just out there, and at the end of the semester, they all get smushed into the same pile with exam scores and stuff like that. And when I do that, that'll show up here on the syllabus page, and of course, it'll be on the homework page as well. Let's take a look at that. I haven't looked at the homework. Oh, you know what? I got to add these things to the homework page. Yeah. Can you guys see the homework list? Okay, good. So here's the homework list. I've got to put homework 11 and on down to 16 in here. I forgot to do that this afternoon, but I'll do that right after lecture, or right after our session. Okay. So, okay, so there's the syllabus homework list, emergency YouTube page. And that's about it for me. Oh, by the way, I modified the home page. Can you see the Physical Science 1121 homepage with the guitar? Okay, good. Yeah, I guess everybody's worried about their iClicker business. I guess you're going to have to talk to the bookstore. I have no idea how they're going to handle that, but you know what? Shauna and the rest of you, Antonio, Alexis, no, Jenna, if one of you could start a little discussion thread in discussions for, how to handle your iClicker um, give back or buy back or whatever it is, that will definitely help, because I'm sure a lot of people that aren't in today's session are going to want to know about that. So we've got 92 participants today, so that's pretty good. All right, so so that's that. And here's our homepage. And oh, by the way, this extra credit survey, yeah, go ahead and take that. And it's a 1 point. That's a bonus point for taking it. And it's not as nice as the bonus points that I create. This is created by the people down in the basement of the library that run web courses, and the free textbook system, and a bunch of other computer systems for the students. And so it's run by them, and I'm not in control of it. So what they do is they after the deadline for the survey passes, and everybody has participated that would like to, then they give me a list, a little spreadsheet of names and IDs of the people that, and then I upload your bonus points. So it won't be like a quiz, a homework assignment where you immediately see your score, okay? Because it's not linked as directly into web courses as that. I mean, I could make a survey for various point levels if I wanted to, but they want to be in charge of the survey. So we'll just have to kind of do a kind of around the bend type of thing. It'll take a little bit of walking to get to the points, but they'll show up eventually. And one thing I want to make sure to emphasize with you is when you start the survey, make sure that you type in your name accurately. All right. Now I know you guys are all adults and you know how to spell your name, but just but for some reason, other students that I've had in the past goof up spelling their name. At least it's not the same as in web courses. So make it the same as in web courses. And I think it asks for either your PID, that's on your UCF ID card, or your NID, which is how you sign it to web courses. So don't mess those up. And like when we have an exam and somebody messes up their PID, for instance, then I have to go digging through the pile of Scantrons and find it. And it's kind of a pain in the neck, but we eventually get it. But with this survey, if you mess up your PID or your NID, whatever they ask for, if you mess it up, you're probably not going to see those bonus points. So, yeah. Also, it's going to ask you for which section you're in. Okay, now this is PSC 1121, section 0001. All right, so don't accidentally select the online section that has the W in it. Okay, so that's not our section. If you do that, you won't be getting bonus points. They'll be looking for you over the W, the online section. So that's not good, right? Yeah, the NID has, yeah, I don't know. I have a different NID. My NID is all letters, but I think for you guys, it's two letters and then a bunch of numbers. So, Hayden, you're asking if you've already done the survey. Is there any way to check that no, there's no way for me to check anything. It's if it was a survey or a homework or an online test here in web courses, I would be able to eyeball it, and tell you, yeah, you got everything. You're not going to get, there's no wrong answers because it's a survey. It's just, if you do it, if you participate in the survey, then you get a point. But it's outside in this, what do they call it? Qualtrics website. And kind of like our Zoom meeting is basically running off the zoom.us website. So the Qualtrics.com website is handling this survey, and I don't have access to it. It's the people down the basement of the library. So just try to, I don't know, if you've already done it, hopefully you didn't mess it up. Anyway, let me start. Let's get back to the keynote. Hold on a second. I'm getting better at using Zoom, but I'm still not a pro at it. So, okay, so here's what I want to share. So here's the stuff that we just went over. And now we can just take questions. So go ahead and type in a question into the chat, and we'll take 5-10 minutes on various questions. Okay, so Hayden, you were the last question, and I've answered you. Anybody else have other questions? And actually, if you want to talk, that's fine. You can raise your hand, and Anna or Yaz will activate your microphone. That'll make things a little bit more efficient. So questions? Okay, Giovanna. If exam 2 is not taken, will it be dropped? Plus iClicker point in that exam. Yeah, Giovanna, you don't want to really reveal what your exam scores are. Try to remember that. It's, you know, I get in trouble if I do that, if I reveal your exams stuff. But let's just say if a student, unidentified student, were not to take exam 2, then the normal method is that becomes a 0 and automatically becomes your lowest grade. And then that will be the one that's dropped. So you want to make sure you're in exam 3. And it's nice because exam 3, you've got a whole day, almost a whole day to take it from like 8 a.m. until midnight, just about. So make sure you're in exam 3. And as soon as we have exam 3, then we'll do that best 2, keep the best 2 out of 3, drop the lowest. And if exam 2 is, somebody missed it, that'll be the one that's dropped. Okay, and I'll do that myself on a spreadsheet and then upload your best 2 scores added together. You'll see in a few weeks. Okay, Anna Maria, will you activate the gradebook to update every time we complete a homework rather than you manually putting in points later? The gradebook is not a real, it's not live. You know, other teaching systems like Moodle, I don't know if they're live, but the only thing that's automatic here are those percentages down at the bottom of the page, and I always turn those off because they reflect what Canvas expects from a generic teacher, and what they expect is a straight percentage basis for the grades. But our grading system, you know, like for instance, converting clicking points or clicking scores into, 25 points for clicking, converting homework into 25 points for homework. Web courses, Canvas cannot do that, right? So as a result, if I were to leave all those automatic percentages on there and stuff, and Anna Maria, then you might come up with something really weird like 1,700% for one of your categories, and it's just that's a menace. So now what I will do at the end of the semester, I will put in a grade scale and stuff after the third midterm, and then I'll be able to give you a grade scale that will indicate. I'll set up the grades page, and I'll boil everything down to one number, and then that number is what you'll look up to figure out your grade. So I will do that after exam 3, and then I'll do it again after after the final. So, but all those percentages and stuff, and I know a lot of you guys, that's what you rely on, but you have to do, you know, I don't want, I'd rather have you, you know, stay with the static information instead of this confusing percentages and stuff. Okay, Shay Sorkin. So the grades as of right now are indicative of the current grade in the class, including the exam. We didn't miss an exam. Oh, if you missed an exam, then yeah, it'll turn up as a 0. Okay, so and you know the thing is, as this remote emergency business continues, I'm going to be doing maintenance on the grade book and stuff. So I may put some updates in there, you know, clean things up and make it a little bit more comprehensible and stuff like that. So I might do, you know, for instance, I might not do another homework roundup, which I just did for my morning class. I did that I finished it on Saturday. So I might do something like that for you guys. But the big maneuver is going to be the best 2 out of 3. And we got to wait for homework for exam 3 for that. Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, what? Yeah. If a student misses an exam, then it's either a blank or a 0. And sometimes I put zeros in, sometimes I just leave them blank. Right. And that'll be the dropped exam, you know, but we don't do the dropping of exams until after we've got all 3 of them in the bag, right? And then we do that maneuver. I don't know, Vincent, when is the next exam? What does the syllabus say? Okay, don't, Alexis already gave you the answer. Okay, good. So the total grade, yeah, the total grade will shoot as soon, Shay, your question is good. As soon as we do the best 2 out of 3, and I do like a preliminary roundup of homework, because we're going to have a lot of homework between now and exam 3. So when we do exam 3, then I'll do the best 2 out of 3 maneuver, and you'll see that will help a lot of students. Okay, because if you've got one stinky grade in there, it'll be replaced, all right, by the best 2, and that'll be noticeable. The other thing that's going to be nice is after exam 3, we only have a little bit more of the semester to go, so we have a little bit of homework, and we won't have much clicking or anything like that. So your 25 points for homework, your 25 points for class participation will pretty much be what you get at the end of the semester. All right. So if after exam 3, I calculate your points for homework, your points for clicking, then by the end of the very, very, very end of the semester, it's going to be pretty close to that. And so, and remember those 2. Yeah, if you have a -1, that means you didn't take the test, right? And so that's what that means, or your clicker, you didn't use your clicker or something like that. But anyways, at the end of the semester, just so you know, yeah, it is very, very nice, a nice chunk of change. Many of you will have 24 out of 25 for homework and like 25 out of 25 for class participation. And that adds up to 49 out of 50, for instance. And that's like having a midterm of 49. So we drop your lowest midterm and keep the best 2. And then you've got this other chunk that's as big as a midterm. And almost everybody's going to be up in the high 40s, 45, 47, 49, 50. A lot of people have perfect 50s. And that'll feel real nice. But you don't see that till the end of the semester, so typically I don't do that until like after exam 3. So you got to be patient a little bit. All right. Now, let me see what we got here. Well, it's just about 2 o'clock. So if we have one more question, I'll answer that, and then we can be dismissed. I'm waiting. I can't tell when 15 seconds has elapsed. Zoom is supposed to replace our liking. What liking points? What are liking points? Oh, clicking points. Okay. Okay, good. I understand that now. Yeah, it's not the best, but so as I said, we're going to try to make do with what we've got, and it's not that good of a deal. Yeah, Shay, you're welcome. I'm glad it helped you out. Yeah, this time of the semester, I really regret this, that at this point in the semester, I have a lot of students buzzing in at office hour, and all we do is just review their grades, and so they get an idea going into the final, um, what their grade is, and we can't really do that, or at least not the old way. So we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. You have a lock on your grade, and you can't see your overall grade. Nobody can. I prevent that. I turn that stuff off. Right. So don't ask me about that again, Lauren, because it's a pain in the neck. All right. So but I'll have something for you after exam 3. I promise. Okay. So right now you just have to kind of look at your grades page, and then look at your the syllabus, and kind of say, all right, here's where I am at, and stuff like that. But after exam 3, we'll have a fairly good roundup of stuff. So Emmy, if we show up to the Zoom sessions when our scores are counted up for clicking, they'll go up because we participated in all the live feeds. Yes, hopefully. All right. So Chidima, yeah, thanks. I better double check that. I may not have done that for you. I'll do that. Anyways, everybody get going on the YouTubes, and get going on the homework, and I'll talk to you guys on Thursday. Good session today. Saisri, did you still have a question? What? Type it in. We can go an extra minute or so. SI. Yaz is going to tell you about that. Yaz, can you send a message to Saisri Patasapu? Okay. And she will, so that you can start getting everybody organized and stuff. Okay. Let me stop the record.